All right, well, welcome everyone to the Reboot Restore informational meeting for 2019. I'm very excited to share with you some more information about Reboot and Restore. This is our fourth round of doing Reboot and Restore. I created the program with two of my very, very good friends, Brianne Grogan of Femme Fusion Fitness. She's a doctor of physical therapy and also a women's health coach. And my friend Christine Yeagley, who is a aspiring nurse practitioner currently working in the area of mental health. Both of these beautiful women have a great background in nutrition and wellness, and together we came about 3 years ago. We came together. We were like, we really want to do something to build community, to help people take a step forward with their goals. The Reboot and Restore is not a program intended to be calorie deprivation or hardcore, makes you feel bad about yourself. This is a really program to help you feel good and start where you're at and take a step forward. Not necessarily you have to change everything in your life, but it's a program about how to teach you how to take small steps forward so you can have that long lifestyle and sustainable change that we all are looking to do, especially around the new year. We're all, whether or not you like to call it a New Year's resolution, but there's a lot of people ready to change their diet a little bit, get rid of the sugar, banish that holiday bloat that a lot of us are feeling. So this is the program for you. I'm going to share my screen for you. So let me just grab my PowerPoint presentation. All right. Oh, I got to go back to the front end. And, oh, this is always the fun part. Okay. Here we go. Okay, so will someone just give me a thumbs up? You can see the presentation okay? Okay, thank you, Megan. Appreciate it. All right. So who of you in this group, and you don't have to say it out loud, but who feels worn down after the holidays? It's really common for us to feel, okay, Megan's waving, to feel a little bit lethargic. We haven't been eating our best. We might have skipped out on our exercise routine. Some of those self-care pieces have gone to the wayside. And, it might be due to some of these things on this list. Stress is something that I think a lot of us encountered during the holiday season, or at least I can speak for myself on that. Maybe we got less sleep. And all of these different factors that get in the way lead to something I call BLAH, B-L-A-H. It's an acronym that basically stands for feeling bloated, lethargic, maybe a little apathetic towards it all, and a bit heavy. So are we supposed to feel guilty about the choices we made through the holidays? Absolutely not. The program, the R&R, Reboot and Restore, is for the person who enjoyed your holidays, but you're ready to get started into 2019 on a better foot. This is also someone not interested in a quick fix fad diet or detox protocol, but does want to feel better. And it's for a person who wants to create a healthier relationship with food and body while retraining their taste buds to crave healthier options. So we do definitely emphasize nutrition in this program, but we do it in a way that creates a positive relationship with food, not necessarily like, oh, I should eat this, I should never eat that. Okay? And in this program and in this presentation, I'm going to talk about a few steps to making healthy lifestyle changes that last and are long term. All right, I'm getting a chat. Myrna, oh, sorry, you guys. I'm just making Myrna can hear. How does she unmute? We'll get to that. Elizabeth will unmute her if she has a question. She can use the chat box in the meantime. Okay. All right, and then, oops, excuse me. Oh, you guys, I'm so sorry. Backing up. So we also know that, oh, I'm really thrown off. Sorry, you guys. Okay. All right. Thank you for your patience. Don't you love technology? All right, so we're healing the body from the inside out. So part of this program also involves, for those who are interested, some supplements to help support a healthy gut and work through nutrition and some supplements for a natural detox boost. This isn't a hardcore detox. I don't even like using the word detox because I feel like it has a lot of meanings clinging to it, but there is a detox protocol going along with this that's very gentle and safe for the body. Of course, you guys know that this whole Reboot Restore is inspired by my love for essential oils, as I think Brianne and Christine would agree, those who helped me create the program. But we're going to integrate how essential oils can support you in each of these different pieces of lifestyle. And then we're also going to work on action steps you can take on a consistent daily basis, so you can continue to step forward after the program is over. And the program, for those who are curious, is 28 days long. But after the 28 days, we want to know, how do we keep going? How do we keep this progress sustainable, moving forward to become our best selves? Okay. Basically, I'm a registered dietitian. I don't know that I even said that at the front end of this program, but I sometimes loathe the fact that the front end of my career title is dietitian, right? Because there's a lot of stigma associated with what a diet is. But the reality is that fad diets typically, maybe they work in the short term, but they do not work in the long term, and they're rarely sustainable. Making lifestyle changes that you can sustain for the long haul are going to be most impactful, and that's what Reboot and Restore really, really focuses on. They don't have to be huge, because little things, little steps, baby steps can go a long way in supporting your health. I love the metaphor my husband uses with me. He always asks me when I'm feeling overwhelmed and anxious about a big change in my life. He says to me, Beth, how do you eat an elephant? Okay, does anyone know the answer? One bite at a time. I can see some of you mouthing it. That's awesome. One bite at a time, right? Small, sustainable changes. We need a little guidance and support to make those changes, and that's why we've created Reboot and Restore, because a healthy lifestyle that lasts is going to be perfectly imperfect. So how do we do this? How do we go about making lifestyle changes? We get support, okay? So one of the biggest things we can do to help in this journey is to not go it alone. We can use support in either the professional setting or the non-professional setting. In the professional setting, we have health coaches, dietitians, healthcare providers that can give you those really solid answers to the questions that you have regarding your choices that you make for your own medical history or health. And then you're going to have support people like your family members, friends, or any social networks that you participate in. So I want you to think about also making small and realistic baby steps that are measurable. So things that you can actually, write down in a journal and see that, at the beginning of January, I was drinking 1 cup of water a day. And at the end of January, I was drinking 10. Something that's easy to measure helps us see that progress. So those lifestyle changes are obvious and help us to keep going. Keeping a journal can help us track those changes, but keeping a journal can also help us take care of ourselves through the emotional ups and downs that go along with lifestyle change as well. And I'm not going to go deeply into that, but keeping a journal is something that can help a lot of people who are working to make changes in a positive way. And this last bullet point just mentioned something I like to call a flexitarian approach. And that goes along with nutrition, being flexible with your nutrition approach, not being dead set on being a, hardcore X, Y, or Z. There's a lot of people who call themselves a paleo eater or a vegan or a vegetarian, but being flexible and allowing yourself to flow with the course of life. All right, we also have to, when making lifestyle change, be prepared. We have to be willing to think ahead. There's not going to be any more living on a whim. A lot of Reboot and Restore, there's some tailored meal plans I'll get into to help you plan ahead and not live on a whim, thinking about dinner at 5:30, 15 minutes before everyone's super hungry, but having something prepared in advance. And you only are going to have time to do this preparation piece if you allow it in your life. Some people come to me in my practice and they say, but I just don't have time. But the reality is everybody here on this call, everybody watching this recording will make the time for what's important to them. If you just start to think about what it is in your life that has helped you move forward, you have made time for it. Whether it be your family, your career, your school, there's lots of things we can find time for if it's important to us. And at the end of the day, we have to know what it really feels like to feel healthy. And because of that, sometimes we require a little push. We require a little push to get started. We have to maybe try some new foods. We maybe have to force ourselves to drink a little bit more water. We have to tie our tennis shoes up and get out to the gym or put our yoga mat down. But that little push is going to be necessary to help us make those lifestyle changes. Oftentimes we have to get outside of our box, and we have to reflect on what has and what has not been working for us this far in the journey, and why are we feeling sluggish? Okay, what are we going to do differently? So here we are. This is a picture of the three beautiful women. Well, at least two of them are beautiful. Christine and Brianne are my dear friends who helped create this program. And I would like to also pay credit to some other wonderful people who have contributed to the program content. Tammy Lance has been an instrumental dietitian in my life. She is amazing, and she's helped with a ton of elements of our progression with the program. Megan Kleinman is also another dietitian from Canada. She is going to be participating and supporting people who join the program. Sarah Miller and Wendy Fulton are two other members on my doTERRA team who are also huge wellness advocates for health, and are going to be providing support. But what I'd like to do now is transition into what we as a support team decided were the most important elements of getting healthy in 28 days. There's 4 pillars I'm going to talk about. And the first one is stress, okay? Most of us have seen some social media. We've learned about how stress can really affect the body. We know that it can lead to fatigue. It can change our skin. It can actually lead to heart issues. It can lead to increases in blood glucose, which can effectively trigger different issues with issues like diabetes. It also can decrease the way that our digestive system works. If some of you were not already aware, it's interesting to learn that more serotonin, which is a kind of relaxation hormone, resides in your digestive tract than it does in your brain. So we have this second brain in our gut that is greatly affected by emotions that cause stress in the body, which can also lead to decreased immunity, hormonal imbalances, and all kinds of other things. Okay, we've got to find ways to reduce stress. So that's the first pillar of our program. We can do that through many ways. Some people like to do meditation, yoga, others listen to music. Laughing with friends and family is a huge stress relief. And creating time, again, if it's important to us, to take care of ourselves through self-care practices. And then reflecting, maybe through journaling, we discover the pinpoint cause of our stress, so we're able to discover that root cause and make actionable change from there. And I just, want to touch on quickly, my slides are just going crazy. Perceived stress versus actual stress. So, in your journaling, you might think about, what are you thinking about? Who have you allowed into your life that's causing you stress? What are your worries and fears? Are they reasonable? Are they not? And Christine, my mental health friend and nurse, goes into this a little bit more in the program, but there's a lot there that we can uncover to help us feel better overall, both internally, but also externally through our physical body, not just our internal mental body. I have to throw this in there because a lot of you listening are essential oil lovers as well. We will talk about essential oils a lot in the program, and how this first pillar is supported. This first pillar, stress, is supported with essential oils. So I've listed some here of some oils that we'll bring up again in the program, but these are some oils that you can use during the program to help you with your stress management. Okay, the second pillar is sleep. Okay, did you guys know that the average American gets less than 6 hours of sleep per night? And a lot of people rely on pharmaceutical drugs to fall or stay asleep. Okay, and this has a great impact on our health. Sleep is when our immune system is most active, and it repairs and heals. Our cognitive abilities suffer after sleep deprivation. I shouldn't say I own because I don't own her, but I have a small toddler, and I can tell you firsthand that sleep definitely affects my cognitive ability when I don't get it. So I'm sure all of you have an example of that in your own life. So we can make bedtime a regular priority. We can limit alcohol and caffeine use, especially before bedtime. And we can use, again, essential oils to deepen and support our sleep. So we're going to talk about how important sleep is and help you guys make realistic goals for yourself to support your sleep. Oh, my goodness. I don't even know what I'm doing. It's just flipping around. So essential oils for sleep might include the following: the lavender, vetiver, marjoram, Roman chamomile, or doTERRA's Serenity blend is also a great blend for sleep. You can diffuse these or apply them topically before bed, but they can greatly support. And if you're interested in Reboot Restore, they can help you sleep better. All right, the third pillar, not necessarily, these are not in order of greatest to least or least to greatest. But nutrition is dear to my heart, as I am the nutritionist piece of the trio. But optimizing nutrition is a huge critical part of feeling better in general. Eating real food first is kind of my go-to phrase. Don't eat foods your great-great-grandmother wouldn't recognize as food. In many cases, sorry guys. In many cases, I have clients try a gluten-free, dairy-free diet just to see if they do have a sensitivity to those two foods. In this program, you can have the option to go gluten-free, dairy-free. All of the recipes I'll be providing in the program will be without gluten or dairy. Of course, I understand not everybody has that aspiration to try this, so you can make adjustments on your own. But I find that when we reduce those easy convenience foods that often contain gluten and dairy-free, we allow ourselves to fill up on more nutritious, nutrient-dense foods from fruits and vegetables and, meats and fish and all these other things that really have a higher nutritive value. So just a comparison, like a piece of white toast for breakfast with butter versus, scrambled spinach and mushrooms with an egg. You see the difference? Once we remove the toast, we have to eat something different. And usually when we replace our gluten and our dairy products, we tend to eat more nutrient-dense foods, or that's our idea with this program, is to help you incorporate more fruits and vegetables into your day. And then for others, they just have a sensitivity to gluten or dairy, and they really do feel better when they've removed it for 30 days. And of course, I can't dismiss the influence of sugary foods on our energy levels and our health. So reducing sugar to the best of our abilities is encouraged during this 28-day program as well. Any refined sugars or processed foods, cook more in your home than what you eat out of your home. These are all ideas as you're starting to formulate, what do I want to work on? I'm just hoping that these different pillars I'm talking about helps you get an idea of, okay, what would I like to work on? So something in this presentation might speak to you, and I encourage you to go ahead and write that down. Like, yeah, I want to try gluten-free, dairy-free. I'd like to see how I feel. This is an experiment, you guys. You are the vessel, and only you can feel your body through these changes. Any healthcare professional can say, oh, you're going to feel better doing X, Y, or Z, but only you are here to experience it. So start to think about what you want to try out, what you haven't tried before. How can you push the envelope just a tad to see and experiment and learn more about how your body operates. So we also have some nutrition supplementation recommendations to help support natural detox and gut healing for those who are interested. It's not required. And I'll talk more about that in a minute. Some of the foods that we really encourage in the program are, again, fruits and vegetables, sweet potatoes, herbs and spices, lots of garlic, fermented foods such as sauerkraut or other fermented veggies, brown rice, quinoa. If you tolerate those things, you can see the list. I don't have to read everything to you, but there's healthy fats, avocado, olive oil, tea and water, less juice and soda. And then sometimes foods include, some beans and legumes, some non-GMO corn. Ask me why I say that later. Organic and grass-fed dairy. If you tolerate it, stevia, alcohol, and caffeine are going to be, sometimes a much less big component. I can't even talk. A smaller component of your diet. And then, of course, if you are interested in revolutionizing your nutrition, we're going to say no to refined sugar during this program. Artificial sweeteners are absolutely off limits. No more white flour, no gluten if you want to give that a shot, no processed soy, yeast, or soda. So the real world translation, at least for my holidays, is take a break from the bagels, the bread, the pretzels, the pastries, the cookies, and all that packaged stuff. Even if you don't do all the other things, taking a break from those things in that list will make a huge difference in our energy levels. So if it didn't come from the earth or have a mother, avoid it. There's your tagline. All right, so now I'm going to step in just briefly and talk about the supplements. So some of you are going to be really excited to engage with the Reboot and Restore and do supplementation in addition, okay? The supplements that we're going to use in this program all come from doTERRA. They're incredibly high quality. One thing that I love about the company doTERRA is that they focus on quality first. If there's ever a contamination issue or something wrong with their supplements, they don't put them out to the market. They will not sell them to you. And that cannot be said of all supplement companies. I have to say that when I first started with doTERRA, I didn't know much about the supplements. As a dietitian, I've been exposed to a lot, but I didn't really, care about the supplements. I was more into the oils. After getting to know the company and their process and how they do things, I've actually invited supplements into my life, and I've been really happy with the results I've received from them. Energy-wise, I've felt happier, more energetic. I've talked to hundreds of different people about their experience as well with the supplements, and they've been really, really happy. So whether or not this is something that you choose to embark on is up to you, but it is something that can support you in this journey. Now, I will put a caveat out there. If you are pregnant or breastfeeding, not all of these supplements are appropriate for you, and I want you to reach out to your healthcare provider. You can send me a private email. I can give you some guidance, but I do need everybody here to reach out to their healthcare provider if they're unsure about any of these supplements with their own medical condition. That's just a liability kind of caveat I have to throw in. So, but we have a high quality multivitamin and fish oil complex that we like everyone to take on a daily basis. We also have a cellular support supplement called Alpha CRS that helps support the cells. It's high quality herbs and essential oils that help support the integrity of our cells with healthy apoptosis, which is cell death, like healthy cell death. I know, what is that all about? Won't go into great detail, but it's a good thing. We also are going to promote optimal digestion with digestive enzymes at meals. Terrazyme is a wonderful formulated product that has a wide spectrum of, here it is right here, a wide spectrum of digestive enzymes that are really helpful to digest some of those harder to digest foods. We're going to protect our digestive system with two products called GX Assist, which is an essential oil product with oregano in it and thyme, and PB Assist, which is a probiotic. And a lot of people know what probiotics are at this point, but those two products are used at different times in the program to help support natural detoxification. And then we have Zendocrine and lemon essential oil to help, again, naturally support our liver, our digestive tract, and our skin do their job that they do every single day, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Just do it a little bit better with some support from essential oils and herbs, and that's it. Herbs and essential oils. So it's very gentle. It's not a harsh detox. You're just helping the organs that already know how to detox the body, just gives them a little extra boost. Okay, so, and I just want to mention here too, if you want to do this and you have more questions about the supplements, feel free to reach out or ask questions at the end, because I am going to open up this conversation for questions. Okay, so the fourth and final pillar is moving your body, but finding movement you can enjoy, perform daily. So that's your choice. What makes you happy? You don't have to go to the gym. I haven't been to the gym in years. I still love to move my body, but I don't have to get on a treadmill to do it. So that, that may be your way. Maybe you love the gym, and that's wonderful. Maybe you need to find a body, a buddy to keep you accountable as you move. So finding a walking partner, maybe somebody in this Zoom room can go on a walk with you throughout the Reboot and Restore. But every single movement counts. You know, I've had people in the Reboot and Restore get those little step counters and try to increase their steps by 5 to 1,000 steps a week or every couple days, but everything counts. We also, of course, have oils to help with your energy for your movement. My favorite combination is peppermint and wild orange. In fact, I have some wild orange in my diffuser right now just to help me stay on track with the presentation. So oils for energy and movement are going to be expressed and talked about in the program as well. And this program, again, I have to emphasize, is all about progress. It's not about perfection. So after talking about all of those 4 pillars of health, maybe to stop and think for a moment, what do I want to work on personally? What small steps can I take to help move me closer to that full version of myself that feels good in my body and in my bones? So again, don't have to be perfect. It's just about taking a step. Okay, so here we are. I want you guys to think about joining us in 2019. Here we are. On January 20th, we're going to start this 28-day group program, and it's aimed at helping you reach your goals with health. I'm not going to give you a prescription. I'm going to allow you to look at the different elements of health and make some decisions as to where you want to make improvements. I have some people who are like, I cannot cook for myself. It's not in my repertoire, but I do want to work on my sleep and I do want to work on my stress. I have others who all they want to do is change their nutrition and they want to use the supplement line to help them just feel their best because they've already got their sleep under control and their stress managed. So you need to find out what your goals are, write them down on paper before you step into the program. And I have a couple documents that I'll send to you all who are participating to help you formulate those goals. But there is not a one-size-fits-all approach. And so in this program, I think the unique benefit of having a 28-day group program is that you're going to have the support of a group. We're setting up a Facebook page. So all of you can come in and talk to each other, post pictures of your recipes, selfies of yourself on your walk, however, whatever you're doing to make those changes. It's an accountability group to help you go. You're also going to have the support of 4 healthcare providers, 4 or more. Actually, there's, I think, several who actually have a background in healthcare. And then you're going to learn how to use our supplements to help optimize your results. Our goals are just to help you make those changes that are realistic, help you with the preparation piece. So we've got done-for-you meal plans, shopping guides, and bonus recipes. We've got some videos for you that have motivational tools, relaxation and feel-good movement. There's not a calorie count on this. It's just to eat to feel good with a focus on real whole foods. And of course, an emphasis on stress reduction and feel-good movement. All right, so this is what you get, you guys. You get the meal plans, you get the lifestyle guidelines, and some bonus recipes. You get the access to Facebook and all the healthcare people and wellness advocates to help support you on your journey. You also receive gentle workouts, and we are going to have some prizes to give away this year. So for those who are participating, you have a chance to win. And of course, that support from the community and a few healthcare providers will make this a really unique and fun program. Oh, I didn't talk about, okay, so we do have a new aspect of the program. So for those of you who are watching this who did R&R in the past, we have a new app that we've added in, we've integrated to help you with meal planning. It's called Plan to Eat. And it's an online meal planner that allows you to add and organize your recipe, drag recipes onto a calendar, and create your own shopping list based on what you want for your family. So I do have a PDF copy of, hey, here's your shopping list, here's 4 meals for every week, go. But this program, if you're interested, you can get a free 30-day trial, in fact, and then after that, it's like $4.95 a month. It's super, super affordable. But what you can do is create, okay, I like this recipe, I don't like this recipe. Oh, I'm going to scale this recipe to 4 people because I'm feeding a family of 4, or I'm going to scale this recipe to 1 because I'm only feeding myself. It allows you that accessibility and that flexibility. So it's a really unique addition. And I think it's going to be a really fun way for you to really support your personal goals and use those meal plans most effectively for your lifestyle. If you'd like, just go to plantoeat.com and you can sign up for a free account for 30 days. They don't collect your credit card account. So if you hate it, you don't have to, it's not going to automatically renew you, which I really appreciated that. But you can just search for Reboot Restore as a friend, and there's a little option to search for a friend. And ta-da, you will be a friend with us and you'll get access to all of those recipes right through the application online. So you can drag and drop the recipes you want to eat, scale them, and create shopping lists for what you want, not anything else, no more, no less. Okay. So if you need a link to, if you need a link to, oh my goodness, I'm sorry, you guys, it's just kind of, I think there's something wacky with my mouse. But email the person who introduced you to Plan to Eat for a link. If you don't know anybody, of course, I can help you with that. All right, and then for those of you who do want to jump in and get the supplements, I do encourage you to go ahead and try to get that order in for the supplements now. You can actually get the Cleanse and Restore kit that has all the supplements you need for the program in one package. It makes it really, really simple and straightforward. This set of supplements is $245 at a wholesale cost. If you're not yet a doTERRA customer, this package of supplements actually comes with not only the supplements, but also an annual membership to doTERRA for access to wholesale prices for an entire year, and access to all kinds of special giveaways that doTERRA has throughout the year as well. So I do, if you guys are wanting to take that step and invest a little bit more into your health, if you have a doTERRA account, try to get your order in before like the 10th or 12th of this month. And if you're new and you need information about getting this kit, reach out to the person who referred you to this video. They can help you get started. They'll help you get set up with a kit. And just remember, it comes with a beautiful, it comes with a beautiful book about essential oils and an annual membership, so it's a pretty cool deal. You get a little bit more than just the supplements. In addition, for those of you who are investing in those supplements, if you place an order with doTERRA this month, this is just a special going on, through the 15th of 200 points or more, you actually receive a free frankincense, which frankincense, if you weren't already aware, is one of our king oils. It's one of the more precious oils that has a huge myriad of benefits. It promotes feelings of peace and wellness when used aromatically, and also has internal benefits when you take it internally. It's a beautiful oil. Some of you know about it. Others, if you have questions, please ask now if you'd like. But I do encourage you, if you're buying that kit, I think the kit is 175 PV. 175 PV. So if you added 25 more points, you'd get a free frankincense, which is valued at $93 retail. So it's a pretty expensive oil, but it's a very precious oil that's harvested from Somalia and Oman. It's an amazing process how they make it. It's all fair trade, organic. It's a beautiful product. So you're really getting a very high quality. It's not what you can get at Walmart. Let me just tell you that much. Okay. So you can join us in two ways. The easiest and most fun way is if you're already on my team, you're in for free. There's no cost. And if you're on my team, it doesn't mean I had to have personally enrolled you. Okay, I didn't have to personally enroll you. Maybe somebody I enrolled you. Okay, so maybe you're friends with Elizabeth or Tammy or Brianne, and they enrolled you. It's anybody on my wellness team. If you're not sure if you are, just ask the person who enrolled you with doTERRA if they know Beth, and likely if they say yes, we'll get you in for free. Now, if you're new to doTERRA and you want to start your membership with the oils, or maybe that Cleanse and Restore kit speaks to you, just talk to the person who referred you to this video And you're also going to be in for free because effectively you'll be a member of doTERRA and have access. So this is really a gift I want to give to my team, to really say thank you and also to really support you, because I know that the oils are great. They're so awesome, but it's really that lifestyle that helps us take those next steps with our health. And for most people interested in doTERRA, they're also interested in health overall. So anyhow, I hope that that is something that you will accept and have fun with. If you're already a wellness advocate or a customer on another team, that's not a problem. There's going to be a program fee of $35 for the materials and professional support. You guys, this is not because I'm trying to make a ton of money from the program. This is really just to support all of the background work that goes into developing a program like this. So covering the time that to create the different meal plans and organize the emails, that's what that's covering, just to help us take care of you in the highest form possible. All right, so deadlines, just again reminding you that if you are interested in doing the supplements for the program, try to get that order in no later than the 12th of January so you get your supplements and are ready to rock on the 20th. If you have more questions, I'm going to open up the line here now, but if you have more questions, you can certainly email these are the 3 women who are doing most of the background this time around. So that's me, Beth Basham. And that's Beth at HBD Nutrition. I've got Dr. Brienne Grogan at Femme Fusion Fitness, and Tammy Lance, who's our expert with Plan to Eat and also a fabulous, wonderful woman with an email at info@nutritionlactation.com. So, all right. So just remember, you guys, Reboot and Restore is about being patient with yourself. Results don't come overnight, and we can do it better and more effectively with group support. So that's the end of my presentation, but I do want to see what you guys want to know more about. So I'm going to open the line. If you guys can, you can unmute yourself in Zoom. It's usually up in the right-hand corner of your screen. If you hover over, there's a little mute button that you'll click and it will unmute you. So I've got a few of you still on the line. Does anyone have any questions?
Hey Beth, it's Lexi.
Oh, hey.
Hey, so you were talking about how those supplements, not all of them are recommended for pregnant women. What about women who are trying to get pregnant?
Yes. Well, since that's a great question. So if you're trying to get pregnant, I always tell women if they're trying to get pregnant, assume they already are, right? Because we don't know exactly when conception occurs during that trying period. So I encourage people who are trying to get pregnant to simply follow the same recommendations as if they were already pregnant. And Lexi, since you are on the line and you did ask about it, I'll just go to this slide. For pregnant women, I have no hesitation in recommending the Lifelong Vitality Pack in its entirety. So the Alpha CRS, the fish oil, and the vitamins. Oh my gosh, you guys, this mouse is killing me. It's one of those smart mouses that like you touch it the wrong way and I don't know. But the Lifelong Vitality Pack would be A-okay, as would the lemon oil. I did lemon oil during my entire pregnancy. Just a drop or two. It's not a lot. I know it's ultra concentrated, but it's made from the rind of the lemon. So I've never had a concern in my pregnancy to use lemon or any citrus oils. And then I would be okay with the PB Assist as well and the Terrazyme. Those are probably the 4, I guess Lifelong Vitality is 3, 4, 5, 6 supplements I would recommend you look into. Of course, I cannot give you medical advice, so you'd want to run it by your doctor if you had any questions or any personal medical concerns that that I can't advise you on. But the others, the GX Assist, the Zendocrine, the DDR Prime, and the soft gelled Zendocrines, I don't think when we're pregnant or breastfeeding we need to be detoxifying, right? Like our body is creating another human life or sustaining it if we're nursing. So it's not the time to really release some of those toxins from the body. It's the time to really like take care of that little human inside of us. So does that answer your question, Lexi?
Yeah.
Is there any other clarity you need or questions you need about that?
No, that answers it. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, but again, I have to throw that caveat out there. Talk to your doctor if you have any concerns about the supplements themselves. Even if you're not pregnant or nursing or trying to get pregnant, you can always ask whether they think it's okay for you to proceed. All right, anybody else? That was a really good question. Megan, I'm going to pick on you. Is there anything that I didn't cover that we need to cover? Megan's one of our, going to be one of our dietitians who's available on the forum to answer questions. She's our Canadian dietitian. Is there anything that I missed that needs to be just touched upon for those kind of on the fence trying to decide if they want to do it?
No, I think you covered everything. You did a really good job at covering everything. I don't have anything else that I would suggest. I think you're good.
Okay. All right.
Sorry, I'm not much help.
No, you're totally fine. Anybody else, I'll give you guys a couple minutes to think about it. But if you're not sure about whether or not you want to join the program, well, first and foremost, if you're on my doTERRA team, just join it. It's free. Like, why not? Come have fun with us. I mean, you'll have a chance to win a prize. I haven't decided what the prize will be yet, but for those who participate in the forum, you'll be able to attract some attention or I call it earning a drop. You can earn drops by commenting on posts and posting your own things. So it just creates a little bit of excitement in the group. So think about that. And if you're not on my team and you're not yet on doTERRA, I mean, this could be a great month to get started. It's likely that if you're watching this video and you're not yet on doTERRA, you've maybe been thinking about it. So this could be a really great month to jump in, especially with that free frankincense. I mean, that's a really, really cool deal. And then, of course, if you're already on doTERRA team, that's amazing. So I want you also to join us because we love doTERRA people and we just love the energy they bring in. So feel free to reach out to me and I'll get you set up with that invoice if you want to join us for that $35. So again, I was trying to make it a reasonable and digestible investment. So finances don't limit people who really want to make healthy changes. I didn't mention this, you guys, but I also will have 4 education sessions throughout the Reboot and Restore, a Zoom call just like this, to talk about those 4 pillars in health. So we'll have a special focused talk on nutrition and stress, meditation, stress management, and gentle movement. So you know, that's just another way to gain access and ask questions. So you'll get more information about that when you join the program. So how to join. So you guys are ready to join, okay? You have a couple different options. In the email that I sent out with the links to this presentation tonight, one of the first emails I sent out in December has a link that says, yes, get me in, and it will send you to a web page where you put in your email address that will automatically add you to the program. If that's confusing for you, you can't find that email, just send me an email and say, hey, Beth, or hey, Brianne, or hey, Tammy. Maybe you know one of these other women better than you know me. You can go ahead and reach out to them and say, I want to do Reboot and Restore. Will you get me hooked in? That's all you have to do. It's not that big of a deal. Like I said, we have a Facebook page, so we'll get you hooked into that as well. I'll send you a link to get connected into the Facebook community as well. So I don't have all the fancy-dancy tools that some online people have, but we will be effective and we will get you into the program one way or another. So just reach out to me. I just put my email information up there. Again, a lot of people know me on Facebook. You can send me a text or any other way that you communicate with me is fine too. Okay, does anyone have questions? I'll let you think for a little bit. Would somebody be willing to voice what their goal is for the Reboot and Restore? I know a couple of you on the call are participating. I'm going to start. Okay, so my goal for our, you guys are so quiet and cute. So my goal for the R&R is to reduce sugar. I have become a sugar seeker, if you will. Not a nutrient seeker, a sugar seeker. I love my sugar. And that has just been a product of a lot of things, but the holidays took it to the extra level. So I'm really going to cut back on sugar for the Reboot and Restore. I also am going to start doing yoga or meditation on a daily basis. And I've actually given myself a realistic goal of 10 minutes a day because I'm going from 0. So that's just an example of 2 goals that I have for the Reboot and Restore that are measurable and achievable for my personal lifestyle. So yoga or meditation every day, at least 10 minutes, and cutting back sugar, basically removing all refined sugars from my diet for the 28-day period. Lexi, you work with me. You have to hold me to it, okay? Okay.
Will do.
Okay. All right. Anybody else want to share?
Hi, Beth. It's Elizabeth. Can you hear me?
Hey, girl. Yeah.
So I would like to share my goal. For this year, I want to work on stress management, just because I have like a really busy schedule with like school and the kids, and I think stress is what's killing me right now.
Awesome. Do you know what you're going to use as a tool to manage your stress?
You know, I'm thinking yoga and meditation, because I don't really go to the gym. So a lot of like moving my body is just gonna, well, it helped me last time I did it, so I think I'm gonna try that.
Awesome.
I also have a question. How soon will we have access to the recipes?
Great question. I will be posting. So if you're on my Facebook group, I think you are, Elizabeth. I will be posting a link in there sooner than later, but I will send out, once I've gotten all the people who want to do Reboot and Restore on my email list, likely will be middle of next week, because we have one more presentation like this to just access some different people at a different time. But after that has been presented, I will send that out. So I'll probably, I plan that email to go out on the 10th of January. So it's 10 days in advance. So the email will go out 10 days in advance, but I'll post it sooner in the Facebook support group so you can go access that stuff early. And then in addition, if you want to do the plan to eat, Elizabeth, talk to Tammy.
Okay.
Also, she'll give you a link to the plan to eat, but it is fabulous. And like I said, you can get a 30-day free trial, so you can kind of poke around it and see if it's even something you want to try. But we have all of the recipes in that as well. So if you get access to the plan to eat, here, let's go back to this, and add Reboot Restore as your friend, you'll get the recipes instantly that way too.
Awesome. Thank you.
Sure. All right. Anybody else? I'm going to stop the share so I can see all your pretty faces. Okay.
Hey, Beth, it's Tina.
Oh, hey, girl.
Hey, I want to do the clean eating and meditation. And I tried to do the mindful meditation several months ago, and I just couldn't do it. I was not into it. So any suggestions from anybody on how to get into meditating?
Start real small, Tina. I mean, this is just my personal experience has been like starting with like 2 minutes a day. We have some meditation videos through the Reboot and Restore that you can certainly access. They may or may not speak to you, but I know a lot of people like the, what is it called? Somebody knows the name. It's a meditation app, and I'm just completely spacing it. I don't personally use it. Is it called Headspace?
Yeah, there's a few. There's Headspace, and there's Insight Timer.
Insight Timer, that's the other one I was thinking.
And then Calm, and there's Buddhify is another good one as well. There's a few good ones. But yeah, Tina, I would recommend starting with an app. Just, set the app to like 2 minutes a day and just follow along. They just kind of guide you through a meditation. An Insight Timer is probably your best bet because it's free, and you can search for different lengths of time of meditation. So you could search for like a 2-minute or a 4-minute meditation, and you can pick what you're kind of looking to help. So if you want to look at anxiety or stress, or they just have different types of subjects that you can kind of click on. So, and it's completely free. So I'm not sure if it's available for Android, but I know it is available for Apple products. So.
And Tina, I know you have an Android. I think it is on Android.
It probably is. I mean, it's a pretty popular app, so.
Insight Timer is the one. I'm downloading it right now. Look at that. See, I'm going to get something out of this program, even though I created it. Okay. I'm going to get a lot out of this program, you guys. You have no idea. All right. So that's wonderful. Yep, there it is, Insight Timer. Does that help, Tina?
Yes, thank you. I tried the mindful meditation book. Yeah, I think it was a book. So thank you. I think an app would be much more helpful.
Yeah. Yeah, but ask, Tina and anybody on this call, if you guys have questions, that's what the Facebook group support is, to really jump in there and ask questions. A lot of voices can come back. Like, I didn't know the name of Insight Timer. Megan did. That's the whole idea of community. Doesn't mean that if you don't have a Facebook account, doesn't mean you can't get amazing things out of the program. It's just, that's a good community space to ask those kind of questions. So. Awesome. All right, you guys. Well, we're getting close to an hour on the call, and I know, and I want to respect your evening. Oh, Megan, you have one thing to say?
I just wanted to say there's just a note in the chat box from Mitzi.
Oh.
I don't know if you just wanted to answer that question.
Oh, yes. I'm sorry, Mitzi. Thank you. Sometimes I'm not looking at the chat box, so thank you, Megan. She says, I am a diabetic and want to reduce my A1C level. I know I need to watch what I eat, and is wondering how Reboot and Restore will help. That's a great question, Mitzi. I don't know where you're coming from in terms of your diet, but what the Reboot and Restore does focus is on whole foods that are high in fiber and high in other component, high in nutrition, and also, high quality protein sources, all of which will help balance your blood sugar. Regardless of your status as a diabetic or not, a lot of people suffer from blood sugar imbalances, and all of the meal plans and the meals are well balanced to help ensure even steady blood sugars throughout the day. So I've taken time to make sure that every meal has a healthy dose of fiber, typically from vegetables, sometimes from fruit, protein, which helps stabilize the blood sugar, and also nutrient dense, because there's different nutrients in our food that can help with the different functions that control insulin release, et cetera, and so forth. So that the program should be pretty friendly to what your goal is. You may need to make some minor adjustments based on your specific plan, or if you work with a dietitian of your own, ask him or her if there's something that you need to do differently. But I think for the most part, it's a solid program for somebody who's working to balance their blood sugar, which might be you. So hope that helps. Was that a reasonable answer, dietitians on the call? I have like 4 of you on the call who are my lovely dietitian friends. I love it. Okay. So I think we'll end it there, you guys. I appreciate your time. If you found this to be a helpful video, please share this with a friend that you think could benefit from Reboot and Restore. They don't have to be on our doTERRA team, as I mentioned earlier. I really just want to have this program here to create community and support for people who are just wanting to take some baby steps forward into the new year. So if you have questions, you know where to reach me, and I'll bid you farewell and have a wonderful night, everybody. Happy 2019. Bye.